There have been violent clashes between Polish farmers and police outside the country's parliament in Warsaw. They're protesting against, amongst other things, the impact of cheap Ukrainian imports on their businesses. The Ukrainian grain has been flooding the market. The police have used tear gas and stun grenades to disperse the crowds, and dozens of protesters have been arrested. The farmers have been demonstrating since February. With me now is Kachka, the Ukrainian trade representative and also Deputy Minister of the Economy. I'm grateful to you, sir. You're in Brussels tonight, and I'm grateful that you're giving us time. I know that Ukraine is willing to carve out, if you will, an exception so that this becomes easier for the EU and for yourselves on this, because at the moment, this is a really serious economic and commercial problem between the two countries.
Yeah, this is a problem, but not of economic nature, but rather of perception and prejudice nature, because in reality, we do not export grains to Poland since the April last year. And since September last year, we voluntarily imposed the mechanism that by ourselves we control that nothing goes to Poland when we are talking about corn or wheat or rapeseed or sunflower seeds. So this is what we call carve out or restrictions that might be necessary. We already apply them, and we are ready to also to coordinate our activities with Polish government, because Polish farmers are protesting rather against because they do not trust the government, previous government, and that's why this issue is so politicized. So for us, it's important to ensure that there are no worries. And at the same time, Poland exports to Ukraine the same amount of agricultural products, the same $1 billion. So that's why the protests on border are actually damaging Polish economy and Polish agriculture more than Ukrainian one.
Behind all of this, of course, though, is the unspoken, which of course is your wish and others, to actually stop Russian exports of grain. But that, of course, would have a very serious effect on the European economy.
This is one good discovery in our conversation with Polish government, because we discovered that in reality, Russian wheat on EU market creates more problems for Polish farmers than Ukrainian wheat. So that's why now the demand of Polish government, and we share this demand because we also require this, that we need to get out and squeeze Russian agricultural products from EU market, not only for political reasons, but also for the reason to defend the interest of EU farmers. Because if they have some problems on grain markets, it is Russian wheat, not Ukrainian one.
How much of the Ukrainian economy would you say is functioning at the moment? Bearing in mind the whole eastern side of the country, or for a lot of these, is under war. It is a wartime economy, but you've still got large parts of the west. There is still the agriculture. So how much of the economy is functioning?
I think in terms of geography, everything that is under control of Ukrainian government is function. We have a lot of companies operating in Kharkiv that is like 40 kilometers from Russian border and is under everyday shellings. And we are talking about quite sophisticated factories like pharmaceutical factories that are operating in Kharkiv. And we see as well agriculture is done so that the fields are sowed and planted in Kherson region and in Dnipro region. So we have also the steel factories that are operating in Dnipro, that is also, or in Nikopol, which is very close to front line. So in terms of geography, our economy operates everywhere, and our sea trade is reopened. And this was the video from Odessa, that despite shellings, the sea is open, and it helps to increase the export of agriculture, but also steel products. And we are expecting that container shipment will also resume. That will help us to export more value added goods. But in terms of statistics, we lost around 30% of our GDP in 2022 and recovered just 5% in 2023. But you know, for state in war to recover 5% of GDP is something enormous and incredible, and we really appreciate all Ukrainian businesses. And we really gain from integration with the EU market. That's why we are so advocating for maintaining the full access to EU market, because it is important for us, for our recovery,
All right,
and
sir.
for getting really integration with Europe and grabbing all our efforts, both in defense industry and agriculture as well.
I'm grateful, sir. Thank you. In Brussels tonight,
Thank
joining
you.
us, the Minister. Thank you.